Gather round, hustlers, as if you still live in. I'll get on down to a make it work ism. Uh, there's so much to discuss right now, and pardon me. Let me get everything in order. Let me get everything in order. I wanna be seen. I wanna be felt. I wanna be heard. I want everything to be right with this one. You dig? And no, I'm not upset this time. I feel like the last couple podcasts that I've done, I've been coming from a place of upset and hurt, and like not being as I guess the word is positive, but I mean it was positive because everything I was speaking was positivity. Um, it was self reflection. It was the need to get things in order. But today I'm coming from a place of you know rejoicefulness. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's really a word. We're gonna make it a word for today. Rejoicefulness. Um, I am first and foremost. I'm happy to be back, and this is December, right? December, whatever day it is. It's gonna come out. Whatever day it is, it'll come out tomorrow or as soon as it gets done or whatever. But I'm not gonna timestamp anything because I recognize that in the game, in the content game, a lot of times we shoot ourselves in the foot because we put timestamps on things, and I recognize that the ones that I fuck with the most or I rock with the most, I'm gonna say rock with the most, right? I'm trying to use better, you know, diction, vocabulary. But the folks that I rock with the most understand the algorithms, a little better than me, probably a lot better than me. And shout out to those folks, the folks that I pay attention to. And when I'm not actively creating myself, these are people that I look for their creativity and all that stuff. So shout out to all those guys. Too many to name, so I'm not gonna try. But we're in the algorithm, right? We understand that. But like I say, welcome back, man. Thank you all. Who's ever watching, whenever you're watching, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Love you to death. But yes, hello everybody. Welcome back. This is gym class. And before I continue, I don't think we've ever discussed what gym class really means. Gym class is based on the idea of being one that understands and being able to share gyms with, my people or whoever wants to tune in. Since the beginning of time, I've never been someone who really cared much about the amount of views. It's quality over quantity. So, I put this stuff out, and whenever it hits, because I know it's going to hit whenever it hits, you'll understand that at this moment in time, December 2022, this is where I was mentally. When we first started, it was, and you can go back and do your research if you so care to, but it started when I was in DC with my homies, Jan and Chris and Lou and Ace, Josh, Nick, Mook. We just had a collective. We would come together and it would just be fun. We just be shooting, you know what I'm saying? Shooting the ones, having a good time with each other and stuff like that. But then it kind of evolved into a scenario where it got to a point where, and I love this phrase, providing tools you can use so you can choose and not be abused. Right? So really just sharing knowledge and stuff like that. And you know, it has been funny. Yeah, honestly, I can admit that it ain't been too funny when it's just about myself because a lot of times I just get really introspective, you know. But at the same token, we're gonna get back to all that. We're gonna get back to the funny. Y'all deserve it. I'm a funny guy. I got some observations. This one might be a little bit more funny because I got some observations I'm gonna share with y'all. You know, just from what's been going on in life, and all that there. But yes, this is gym class episode 104, 103, maybe 105. One of them joints. Kind of dyslexic, a little bit. Not really, kinda. I'll be remembering. If you look at it online, it's probably like 115 episodes, but we're on 105, what have you. But I'm not even going to use this as a year and wrap up. I'm just going to use this as a kind of a make it work update or something. You know, that's another thing I used to do. You know, just update y'all what's going on with me. You know, I think we should go from the most current to the back because I remember it better that way. But yes. So, I have been playing Santa's Little Helper. And I have new bills and new obligations. I, got a house recently, bought a house. Clap it up to me. Hey, it's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. But, really stepping in the point of just being the man, being the boss, paying the cost to be the boss and doing everything that needs to be done to make sure that my obligations are taken care of. So I've been doing that, playing Santa's Little Helper. Now, I don't know if anybody out there is in need of a job or all that other stuff. I don't got one for you, but I got one for you. Peep this, and maybe they should probably give me some money for this. But I'm gonna just give y'all, like I said, I'm gonna give y'all some tools you can use so you can choose not to be abused. I've been doing Amazon Flex. Just add a little extra money to the scenario, Not all money is good money, but extra money is good money. This is cool. So I'm doing Amazon Flex. Let me tell y'all about this here, right here. Very interesting situation. Very interesting situation. Let me describe a normal day. Right? I drive, go to a warehouse, or, one of they little multiple situations that Amazon got going on. Amazon's very, very, everyone knows what Amazon is. It almost surprised me. They started out selling books. Amazon, do you know Amazon was a damn bookstore at first? I don't know, for y'all millennials and stuff, I don't know if millennials watch me, but listen, Amazon was a bookstore at first. You could buy books, and then it expanded, taking over the damn world. So, I got wind of this Amazon Flex situation. I was like, well, let me try this. A little extra money and stuff, the bills gotta get paid, This is cool. So, signed up, started driving for Amazon Flex. So basically, I am Santa Claus. Now, I want all my friends and all my loved ones to stop lying to y'all kids and telling, listen, y'all need to get a picture of me, and that is Santa Claus. I am Santa Claus, bro. I'm literally Santa Claus. You want to know why? Because I deliver all them toys. Now, it's not on the same night. Y'all be doing the rapping and doing all that other stuff, and I'm mad that with all these rides, I've only gotten, I got a ginger ale. We gonna get to that, though. We gonna get to that because I gotta tell y'all a story about the whole scenario. I'm out there driving, being, Santa Claus and stuff like that. uh, in all these random parts of Georgia. I'm in Georgia. I'm in Atlanta. Y'all know. So I go on a daily. I pick a little shift or whatever. A couple hour blocks. Money, alright. Not bad. Better than some jobs they try to offer me. I don't want to say, I'm going to be politically correct. 10 minutes in, no, I don't got to be. Fuck them. Y'all know y'all is. But I make more money doing this than, other things, and it's good. Like I say, got bills to pay, baby. You know what I'm saying? We adults. I wake up with backaches and bills. Listen, that's just backaches and bills. That's 30. So, I go pick up a shift, and I go over there, to the warehouse, big old warehouse, drive in. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. Y'all know me. I make friends with everybody, so go tap in, talking that talk. You know what I'm saying? Do my thing. Pick up a ride, and before I learn the system, just picking up rides anywhere. You don't gotta pick up rides anywhere. For me, I don't do all that. But listen, go pick up a ride. Said Villa Rica, Georgia. I've heard of this place before. Usually when I'm on Facebook Marketplace or someplace crazy, just trying to get some stuff for me. Never really ventured out there to Villa Rica, Georgia. I renamed, after this ride, I renamed Villa Rica Killer. You rhyme it together, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to let you do the Villa Rica Killer. I want you to use your deductive reasoning skills, induct whatever, to figure out where I'm going with this. Georgia and Atlanta are two totally different places. And everyone knows that if you've been down here, but a lot of times people don't understand that Georgia and Atlanta are two different places. There's some telltale signs. So I got this ride to Villa Rica. Villa Rica from my house is probably 25, 30 miles west. Now 40 miles west of my house is there near Alabama. And it was a foggy night, a foggy day, because I don't be doing these rides at night. You gotta learn there's different things. I'm giving y'all these tools you can use and not get abused by the system. Follow me here, okay? So it's daytime, but it's terrible. The weather's terrible. It's foggy. It's nasty. It's disgusting. I ain't like it. I don't like driving in the darkness. I don't like driving in the rain. But at last, I've been on a humble myself moment. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some money. My bad. So I was out there doing some rides. And it was kind of cool. It was all right, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of country. It is kind of country. I'm not going to lie. It's the country. Like I said, I be in Atlanta, 303 something else. 2 digits after 303, but it's 303 something else. When you never telltale sign. When you get to 30 and it's not 3 afterwards, you probably outside the perimeter. Proceed with caution. Proceed with caution, or I do. I'm telling you, I'm only giving you tools you can use, not be abused. That's what I'm telling you. So I'm out there, and it starts out cool, but it starts out kind of weird because the first place I go in Georgia, they have these houses, right? Delivering shit, playing Santa's Little Helper and shit, and they give you these directions. GPS. I'm like, okay, at 300 feet, turn onto a private street. Private street, I don't like that. Not a fan of the private streets. Because it's usually somebody's driveway. And if they're not rich, even if they are rich sometimes, but if they're not rich, then this is some hillbilly shit or something. Something going on. I don't know. You know, dirt road, all type of stuff. Drive down this dirt road. First thing I see, some sheep. I don't know if y'all seen sheep in real time. Like just drive up on sheep. They buy and do all the stuff. They do all the things. I see a little mini horse. I hear a rooster. It's 3 p.m. I don't really know what's going on. So I have a whole bunch of packages in my car. I gotta go through the package, find the person's package and all that. Scan it, give it to the person, leave it at the door. It's all good. Get out there. The person comes out. They come meet me. I'm like, I'm looking around like, this is not Atlanta. That's the first thing I thought. It's like, when they said that I'm not in Kansas anymore, I'm not in Atlanta anymore. I'm in Villa Rica, aka Killer. You fill in the blank. So I'm like, okay, cool. That lady she was cool. It was awesome. I found a package and gave it to her. I was like, man, y'all got some animals out here, don't you? Like, yeah, man, we got some roosters, got some sheep. Then they said they got some goat, got a little couple. I was like, I see. Very interesting. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all. Then he said, oh yeah, thank you. Be safe out here. Usually when somebody says be safe out here, it is a term of endearment. You take it as love. Thank you. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You care about my well-being. I took it at that at first, but then I was like, wait a minute. I'm at your house. I'm in your neighborhood. This is your hood. This is where you live at. Why are you telling me to be safe out here? Like, what you know that I don't know? Basically, this is what I was getting at. What you know that I don't know? Should I not be out here? Like, it's broad daylight. The weather's ugly. It's raining and stuff. But like, what we talking about? Man, I was like, all right. I continued on my trail, my track. I had, I think, like 30 different stops within a 2-mile radius. It ain't nothing. I'm playing my music. I'm playing podcasts. It really ain't nothing. But then I continue to have to go on these windy country ass backstreet ass roads, man. And I wasn't feeling it because it literally reminded me of a horror movie. Every time that I had to go down a private driveway, I literally was thinking, this could be the end of it. This might just, this might just be the end. And I'm in the country. Like I said, I'm not in Atlanta. It's not 303 something. It's 30. I don't even know what the area code out there is. It was wild. Like, it was wild. I'm down there in Alabama, and I don't know if y'all ever could smell racism before. Racism has a tinge. It smells like 3-year-old wet dog. It wasn't what they say. It wasn't given. But I had to finish these rides because I was just like, shit. So I'm going, and another thing I seen about some of these country ass spots is there's a lot of man-made lakes. Another thing I'm not really a fan of. I'm not a fan of the man-made lakes. Man-made lakes they give me the willies. If you have a private driveway and a man-made lake, I might just leave your shit on the street in front of your house. I haven't done it, but just from remembering what I've already, it's not really my style. I don't like it. So we're doing another couple rides and stuff, and I recognized, I came up to one. It was a private driveway. Didn't like private street. I already told y'all, but this was like a mile long. Driving around this thing a mile long, and then it's going up a little hill. It's not paved. The hills have eyes, lake on the side, man-made. And I was really thinking, how many delivery drivers have not made it up and back from this establishment? You know, it was crazy. It just didn't look good. It had the steam coming up from the lake and all that. Wasn't too much a fan. Got there, dropped the package off. Car was kept running. I'm not playing no games. Got that, had the package in my hand before I even got there because I wasn't playing no games with them people. I just wanted to drop it and go. And I said it was midday, but it was still a little foggy. I ain't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Then there's a spot out in Billerica, aka, you remember what I said, called Twin Lakes. There's two man-made looking lakes, and apparently all the lakes in Georgia are man-made and stuff like that. Makes sense. That's why we don't go to Lake Lanier. I don't go to any lake in Georgia. I don't really go to lakes, period. I'm not a lake guy. I watch the Lakers. That's about it. That's as far as the lakes I would go. The Lakers. I watch that on TV. Maybe I go to the game. But, that's about as far as I would go. Drove in Twin Lakes. I'm driving up this street. And at first it starts out paved. But the further and further I go on this, on my mission to, be Santa Claus, Black Santa, Black Santa, Black Santa, I'm recognizing that we get less and less paved as we go up. The third one, after about the third package on Twin Lakes Drive, whatever the hell this is, I step outside to drop off a package. I hear a shotgun go off. Pat! I looked around and I was like, oh, fuck no. Oh, no. It's going to get to my next thing, but, I don't know what they was hunting. It sounded too close to me. Now, of course, we've heard, we heard plenty of gunshots, living where I'm at. But I mean, Atlanta gunshots and country gunshots sound different because the acoustics in the country sound way crazier. And I was like, wait a minute. I don't think I'm supposed to be out here for real. I think they mixed my routes up with somebody else. Somebody was supposed to get it. Because this ain't it. I still had about 10, 15 rides, 10, maybe 12 rides to go. I'm saying I'm playing Santa Claus, man. I'm trying to bring joy to all the children and stuff like that. So I'm saying if y'all got kids, y'all let them know I am Santa Claus, goddammit. Santa Claus ain't no white man. Is overweight. He's me. You know what I'm saying? Let them know. And I don't want no cookies and shit. I want gift cards and I want subscriptions paid for. If you really love me, pay for a subscription for the whole year. Because I'm so sick of these monthly charges on these subscriptions. But I digress. I keep driving up there because I dropped it up and I still had to go a little bit further on this dirt road. It's crazy. It was literally, it just got narrower and narrower. The pavement just got smaller and smaller. I get up to the back. I think it was the last one on this route, on this street at least. And I gotta drive up, and at this point there ain't no pavement on the street. I'm driving on dirt road up a hill, and I don't know how people live like this because they literally be having these houses in the middle of the woods by themselves. And I really thought, like, man, these people is back here trying to beat their wives in peace or do whatever the fuck that they doing. Put some lotion on the skin or whatever that. Like, that's what I was given. Those feelings were very prevalent as I got there. My spidey senses were tingling. So I'm back there. I'm like, man, it's crazy. And then they got these dogs barking at me and shit. So I find the pack and I give it a dude comes out. And they be nice as hell when they come out and meet you. They ain't even supposed to meet you, but it's like, okay, well, they senses is going too. Somebody here, I might have a new one that I could either put in the ocean or, put in the basement and shit. And I was like, yeah, here you go. Put my delivery voice on it. It's like, oh man, did you see those deer out there? Now, I'm not, when I grew up, I called Clinton home. So if you know anything about Clinton, I know about deers. I've seen deers. I run over deers. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing. Deers ain't nothing new to me. He's like, oh man, it was just like 10 deer over there just walk. Look at the feeder. And I was like, I said, look at the feeder. I looked at him. I was like, appreciate you. I gotta get back down this windy ass road because I don't feel safe because I heard a gunshot or loud, the acoustics in the country. It was wild, killing nigga Georgia. I'm not. Nah. I need to go ahead, get back to where I'm going. And this continued, man, for the rest of that route. And it wasn't terrible. But I wasn't going to fuck around and find out. You know what I mean? You know what they say. The more you fuck around, the more you find out. I'm not trying to find out about country ass Georgia. No. I'm trying to stay within the shit that I know. You know what I mean? But that was one of my wilder rides. Still doing it. Christmas is on the way, add a little bit to the situation. It's all good. But Villa Rica, aka no, I'm good on that. I will find somewhere else to place Santa Claus. Twin Lakes and all that stuff. I really, at certain points that day, I was thought this is going to be the end. I'm going to die delivering packages from Amazon because, they can't all be that nice. And I already heard a gunshot. I hadn't seen, I've seen enough trailers for scary movies that I know that this ain't where I need to be. I'm not trying to be a statistic. I be hearing about all the crazy stuff happening to these drivers and stuff like that. I do it in the daytime. I stay within where I know, go to the streets that I know, and then I am good. But, I digress. I am still Santa Claus, you know what I'm saying? So if you see me, I just leave my cash app. Y'all can go ahead, bless Santa off the right way. But moving forward, so that's what's been going on there. But even with that, it's been a humbling experience because I ran into an issue with a couple of my lenses. I was back in the clubs doing my photography, videography, and trying to take things to a new level inside the in the clubs. Y'all know what type of clubs I be in, you know what I'm saying? So, working on new content pieces in the club and trying to take it to a different way. And we got to there, and it's very dope what we're doing, but I ran into a couple of issues with the lenses that I were using. And, I had to get, a couple of them fixed, and I'm going to have to replace a couple of them. It was really ugly, so that's how we even got to that point. But yesterday was the first day that, in probably like a month's time, and really longer than that I was able to do something creatively using the camera in the music realm. Minus like one music fest the last 2 years, I really haven't done much in the music space. And it kind of, it was on purpose, but it was also not on purpose. And refinding the joy in working in music creatively and also being creative was very much so a journey that I've had to take. Um, After, you know, the losses that I've taken and the, you know, just almost the lack of inspiration, the lack of motivation with a lot of this stuff, it was a little difficult. It was a little difficult. I almost felt like folks forgot about me. My phone wasn't ringing, and then when it was, I couldn't find the inspiration to create in the same capacity that I was doing, at my heyday. Um, but all that switched yesterday. Like I said, I hate putting timestamps on it, but you know, yesterday and whatever yesterday was on the timestamp. All right. I was able to create a visual for my homegirl, Vibe Santana. Um, a very, very, very talented, marvelous spirit, um, whose song is going to take over the airwaves. I'm telling y'all this is December 2022, so we can this is where we can timestamp it. Watch what this song does next year. This is going to be a classic song. Like, people will sing this at karaoke, for years to come. This is really something that it's different. It's next level. So, I got the call early in the morning, or not early in the morning, but I got a call in the morning like, yo, need you to help me put together this visual. I need you to shoot this visual for me for this challenge that I'm doing. And, I'm not gonna lie, I was intimidated, which is crazy to say because I've done this without thinking for the majority of my adult life. So the whole idea that, I'm getting trusted again to bring forth, make this real, and someone trusts me to do it. It was intimidating, but it's like riding a bike. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm in the mood. Not to mention that I'm down equipment, so I don't have the whole toolbox I'm working with. I'm working with what I have right now. The camera's good, but the lenses are fucked. I'm damn near working with 3 bad lenses right now. Like, I just picked the one that's gonna work the best, and at the same time trying to get the other ones fixed, but I'm gonna work with the one that's the best. It's my baby, my 50. So get there and, a little delayed, and it wasn't me, but but it really was like riding a bike. Certain things just come together. It clicks back on what it needs to click back on. And we put together one of the dopest pieces that I've made, definitely in the last 3 years, but maybe of all time. And even when we're finishing, I was almost in like a weird space mentally doing it and right after, because I'm like, what's going on? Like, did we just do, like, what did we just do? Like, is this good enough? I'm almost, second guessing myself, but I knew in my mind, like, it's done. Like, this is the one. And I got home and I, put it on the computer and, got to chop it, and I realized, man, like, really fucking good. Like, they really, really fucking good at what we do. Um, and coming in cold, like, I didn't know what the song was. I didn't know what we were doing up until the point, you know, you just say, yo, I need you to help me with this challenge. And I'm just like, all right, let's do it. Half sleepy, too, when I got the call. But um, that shooting that video and then editing and getting it done and then getting the green light to go ahead, like, oh, this is the one. Like, we did that. It lit a fire in my soul again that I honestly haven't felt in years. And I needed it. You know, I needed to feel confident in myself again and my ability to create, even though people can tell you all day, like, yo, man, like, you did this and you weren't the best, and people will toot your horn all day, but if you don't feel it, then it's going on deaf ears. You know what I mean? Like, and not for that, man, I've been actively applying for positions at, companies that, some creative and some just not. Because, first and foremost, the bills gotta get paid. But it's also like, maybe this ain't, it's crazy to say, but like, maybe you can do this as a hobby, but you gotta focus on other things, or maybe you can put this on the back burner for right now. Adulting, being a full-on adult and understanding responsibilities and stuff like that. But after I shot that video, man, and after I, got finished with the edits, I'm so excited. And, the reactions I've gotten, and just the feeling that it invokes every time I hear the song and play the video, it re-inspired me, like, no, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You just gotta do it all the way. You gotta go all the way, and you gotta trust yourself, which is, very much so, like, the truth. So, getting done with that, being re-inspired, and it being, the cusp of a new year, and, new beginnings and all that stuff, I'm really feeling as though it's time to really take it there, really go all the way, tap back in, and, leave the fear on the side, you know what I'm saying? Trust oneself and go and do what needs to be done all the way. And just show them, like, man, I am not nothing to play with. Like, and everyone knows, but it's like reintroducing and really letting everybody know, like, bro, like, I am serious business. I'm a pioneer. I'm really wanting to go sit at this visual interpretation of everything, and really doing that. So that's what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing. We're lining it up, and not just on the music side, but also on the content side, and putting together these shorts, and proving myself right. And I ain't really worried about what other people thought, because a lot of times we get wrapped up in how other people feel about us versus just trusting in our own abilities and how we feel about each other or about ourselves. So that's what I'm fully focused in, really getting back to believing in myself again, which is refreshing. It's not a immediate situation, but I know this. I know how this whole thing works. I know how we do it. Just haven't done it for whatever reason. but that's on me. The only person I can blame is me. And the only person that can change it is me. So that's what we're doing. We're putting forth all the effort, and we're doing what we need to do to, and I'm doing what I need to do to get back right. But just know the flood's coming. The flood's coming, and you're looking at a newer, improved, me. You dig? So, it's exciting. It's been a whole bunch of other stuff going on in the news, and I'm not going to talk about. That stuff is distractions. Welcome home, Brittany Griner. Free the Marine Wheeling. Welcome home, Gunner. Free the whole YSL. I'm not gonna get into all that. Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, all that stuff. It's just distractions, man. And when I get the round table back, and maybe we'll discuss that. But at the end of the day, man, I'm talking about forward progression. I'm not trying to inundate myself with stuff that really it don't matter. It don't matter. That shit is not making me no money unless I'm gonna talk about it on here. And then, but I don't know enough. I don't even be reading enough of that. The Lex be going crazy. I can't even, I can spell real good, but it's a lot of autocorrect, and then when the autocorrect goes, y'all know how it goes. I'm not about to get into all that. If you try to get some work done, though, to, change the narrative and do what we need to do, you holler at me. Because Maddie's back to work, you dig? And I am writing a lot of jokes, I'm not gonna lie. I got some joints. Remind me the ejaculation proclamation. Remind me to just explain that, you know what I'm saying? We was writing a joke the other day. It was called the ejaculation proclamation. It's fucking hilarious, but I'm gonna bring that up in the future. It's hilarious though. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, that's that. I want to spend a super special shout out to my mother. She will be retiring from the YMCA very soon, like a couple weeks. So I'll be up in DC for that. And I hope to see everybody, all my loved ones. If anybody wants to get any work done, tap in with me. I wanna get a pod done, if at all possible, with the guys. And yeah, man, it's good. Y'all know I've been trying to make stuff digestible, especially because it's just me talking. Christmas is coming up. That's great. Like I said, I'm Santa Claus for real. So don't lie to your kids. Let them know I'm Santa Claus. So, and no, they can't sit on my lap because that's fucking weird. But they can leave Amazon gift cards for me out, or what else I need? Amazon gift cards. That's all I really need. Or Home Depot gift cards and shit, because I'm a whole adult now. I do adult stuff. I got a Christmas tree. It's fire. Desk. It's lit. Music wise though, this is where I'll end with. There's been a lot of great music that's come out in the last couple weeks. Let me check on. First and foremost, I will talk about Ab-Soul's new album. Man, Solo is my guy. Been my guy forever. Love that guy, man. And the album is incredible. I suggest everybody go download that. Herbert, rest in peace of Dope Burger, my man. An amazing album. You've outdone yourself, my friend, and I'm proud of you. Growth. Incredible. Go get that album right now. Paper Route Frank just came out. Rest in peace to Dolph, another one of my guys. Loving like always. Very good as well. What else I was listening to today? Let me see. Dirk just dropped Only the Family, Loyal Bros 2. Definitely want to check that out. You know, I'm a fan. Pee Wee Longway just dropped Live a Little. Um, you know, that's my man. That's like, you know, I think Pee Wee Longway and NBA Youngboy have the most viewed video on my YouTube right now, so I'm definitely gonna check that out. So Icy Boys, the finale. I only found out about this album because they were saying it's 80 songs and it's almost 4 hours worth of music, which is insane. But for that level of music to be made so consistently, and I didn't get through the whole thing, but I got through a lot of them, and all them things bang. Zay, motherfucking WAP, and everybody on the label, job well done. Amazing. Um, let's see, what else I listen to? Mount Westmore album's really good. My favorite song on that joint is Have a Nice Day. Check that one out. You know, I was delivering my shit the other day. Listen to that shit. Just trying to piss people off, whatever. Let's see. Shout out to my brother Metro. Heroes and Villains is a classic album. You've outdone yourself. They're playing it everywhere. Really awesome project. MOB by Babyface Ray. Another great project. Babyface Ray I like it. He's really dope. Really dope. Finesse 2 times 90 Days. 2 thumbs up. That's a rapping ass dude right there. I love the way he came back home and hit the ground running, and he makes some bomb ass music. I'm fucking with that. Let's see. Key Glock, PRE5L, very good, very good. He made, he's taken the legacy of Dolph and really putting it on his back. And salute to you, my brother. Roddy Ricch, Feed the Streets 3. They thought that he had fallen off. I heard, they weren't feeling the one before this one. Roddy put his foot in this album. Crazy. Let's see. Rod Wave, Jupiter Diary. I know it's good. I'm not really into the sad music, but Rod Wave, I see you are an icon. I salute to you. Shout out to Rich Homie Quan. So happy to hear you back doing your thing. His family and Moolah Reloaded. It was awesome. I'm happy. Me and you, man, we go back from some type of way, from South by Southwest. Shout out to Jay too, my man. I'm Ready, the great emotional gangster. I'm Ready is one of my favorite new artists right now. Not even that she's new, but I love what she's doing, and she can rap her motherfucking ass off. It's amazing. Let's see, my man Funny Money dropped Active. You know what I mean? Shout out to that guy. Always love him like that's my man. You know what I'm saying? We go back way back. You know what I mean? One of my best friends, of all time. And let's see, Glorilla, proud of her for doing her thing. Nas King Disease 3 still in rotation. Baby Drill Season. I like that. Primo Rice, Chicken Chicken. Yeah, P. I see you, P. And Lil Darius, 17. And the crazy thing about Lil Darius, I wasn't even hip to his whole campaign until I met him in the club and, just did one of my stop motion videos for him. And, the next day I saw him on No Jumper, and then I got with the music. That young got it. He's the next one. And of course you got the Her Loss and West Side Gun and all that stuff, but I feel like that stuff that come out, from the last time. I think from the last time I made an episode, but I'm not sure. Of course, you got those. Shout out to the Russell too. Probably one of my MVPs of 2022, and yeah, man. So that's what's really been going on with me. Oh, and my man RJ, Rodney Brown Jr. I was just thinking about it the other day, RJ in my top 5 of LA artists, especially of my genre. yeah, he's up there. He's up there. He's definitely one of my favorites of all time. So he delivered, and yeah, man, there's been a lot. There's been a lot. Shout out to Libra Jolie, Shabuzi. I feel like I spoke about Jeezy's project the last time, but Jeezy put his foot in that shit. And I'm very much excited to not just play it from the sidelines moving forward, or next year. You know, I'm putting I'm back in the game. You know what I mean? So let's get to it. Let's get to work. You know, I want to work with everybody. There'll be content. There'll be videos. There'll be podcasts. There'll be everything. I'm really, the beast has been awakened, and I can't wait to get back to it. I feel like that's about all I have to say. We're within that hour mark. I like to keep it around there. So I want everybody to continue to live with love, lead with love. Do something good for yourself. Do something good for somebody else. Be patient. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with other people. Life is worth living, and we gotta live it a day at a time. I want y'all to tap in with me, Maddie, make it work on all these platforms. I'm gonna try to be more active on the socials, man. I be living in the present, so a lot of times, doing the social media stuff when you're living in the present. I've done the social media stuff and not living in the present, so now's my time to live in the present, and I'm gonna try the social media stuff. But tap in with me. How I gotta play when you see me in the streets. Shake my hand. Let's have a drink. Let's do it. Let's exchange ideas. Let's be great. Let's be as great as we're supposed to be. 2022 has been an amazing year with all the ups and the downs. We're still here. We're still able to live it, and we still get another chance to do what we need to do every day. So that's what it really is, man. Like I said, InternationalAWoL.com, Maddie Make It Work on all the socials. InternationalAWoL, INTL_AWOL on the socials. Find us, hit us up. I'll respond. I'm looking for more teammates next year because, I want to reestablish the team because a lot of this stuff I've been doing it just me for, a couple years. And it gets exhausting. But, I'm here for it. I'm built for it. And, I love y'all, man. Another thing, we're saving the children. So next year, I'm putting it together right now. I've tapped in with who I need to tap into. So now it's just about follow through. So that's what we on, man. It's been awesome. I'm about to go, and in the words of my very good friend, Bob, I'm about to be, just listen to this song. Follow Vibe Santana on Instagram and on SoundCloud. Join the challenge, then you'll understand what I'm saying. But yeah, man, it's awesome. So happy to be able to still do this with y'all. But that's about it, guys. That's about all. Like I said, it's Maddie Make It Work, InternationalAWoL, the minister, the magician, the Make It Work. This is the Gym Class Podcast, InternationalAWoL.com, and you are dismissed.